SCJS News. I'm Courtney Williams. Today's report covers labor conditions in Asia. The victims of poor labor conditions are mostly women who have been treated this way for long periods of time. They make up 85 to 90% of sweatshop workers. Previously a sweatshop factory, the Rana Plaza, collapsed in Bangladesh, killing 400 workers, which were primarily young women.
The collapse of Rana Plaza was tragic, taking with it the lives of many people whom were mostly women. Many tried to endure the pain to keep themselves and their loved ones alive. Others only chose family due to such long working hours.
Working at sweatshops can be very dangerous. Now over to Shalini.
Good afternoon. This is Shalini Mody reporting live with Sadio, who is currently working at a sweatshop. Sadio, how long have you been working at this sweatshop?
This is my 15th year. I spend 105 hours each week at this sweatshop, so I spend 15 hours each day.
What has your experience been at this sweatshop?
The conditions are extremely terrible. I have to sit for extremely long hours in an extremely hot factory. I'm not allowed to stand, so my legs start feeling numb after a few hours. I also get physically, verbally, and mentally abused.
Unfortunately, women make up 85 to 90% of sweatshop workers.
We have Ravina Luke, who speaks of her previous experience.
I worked at a factory in Dhaka. I worked there for 4 days. I was a sewing helper there, which means trimming the threads out of every piece of cloth. So the collar, the cuffs, the back of the shirt. I know it doesn't sound much, but it's back-breaking. All the sewing helpers, they had to sit in the middle of the floor while all the sewing operators were around them so that they would have access to everyone at the same time. To be on the floor without a backrest for 13 hours is pretty bad. It was a small room. There were no windows. There was just one exit. There was just one washroom, which was gross. It was a hole in the ground. Mostly unlit. They were in the back of the factory. They were shared by maybe 400 people, so everyone in that little plaza. My youngest co-worker, who was also my boss, was 9. Her name is Neem. And at that point of time, I think she looked about 5 or 6. I wouldn't have thought she was 9. It was just very shocking to see a very young child there. I'd expected to see maybe girls as old as maybe 12 or 13 or 14, but nothing as young as 9.
Our experience was very tragic. Let's take it back to Courtney, who can give us more insiders on the current situation.
Women workers are preferred by employers in export activities because of inferior conditions of work and pay. Women accept because they have no choice.
Today we have with us Sheryl Acar, anti-sweatshop activist. Sheryl, what are your stance on sweatshops?
Conditions in overseas factories are unacceptable. In many parts of Asia, people are being underpaid and even in such dangerous conditions. Rana Plaza is a great example. Factory owners aren't being careful or concerned of their workers' safety, especially women. What people don't realize is that American and European apparel clothing are buying their clothing materials from places such as Bangladesh, in which women are greatly affected.
What can be done about this issue?
We must make people aware of the situation. Purchasing products made through slave labor is morally wrong. We have 13 and 14-year-old girls working at 31 cents an hour. I have boycotted companies that manufacture goods using sweatshops. We've called for the U.S. government and American corporations to improve working conditions. Campaigns to raise wages and improve working conditions are in the process.
Thank you, Sheryl.
Other activists, such as student groups, are taking action as well to resolve this issue. Countries are losing half its brain power as they face labor shortage since women are at the bottom of production. Choosing between family and career is also a big factor. Dispute between sweatshops remain as supporters of Western companies who have their products made inexpensively say employees should be thankful for their work, for these jobs support them. This is Courtney Williams, supporting from SCJS News. Thanks for listening.